Hey, thanks for stopping by for this one. Quick recap for those that might be new. On Thursday, March 23rd, it was my birthday, and I was on vacation that Wednesday, Thursday, Friday for my birthday because my wife's on spring break. She's a teacher. And I got a Slack message and a text, which was a little abnormal, that all hands had been moved from Friday to Thursday at work. And I didn't really think much of it at first. I was like, oh, this could be good. Oh, it could also be bad. I know our CEO was going out of town the next week for a convention, industry convention. And I thought, oh, maybe she just wants to get some news out before that because she's going to be busy traveling and stuff. But the fact that I was asked to be there was kind of weird because I was on vacation. And the request was like, hey, could you try to listen in? I was like, well, we were walking out the door to go get birthday lunch, but yeah, I'm pretty sure I'll be able to listen to it on my phone. Great, thanks! Exclamation mark. And I'm like, okay. That was from my boss's boss. And she's usually online before my bosses, so I didn't think anything too much about that. I was laid off. We had our lunch and then pulled over into a parking lot because we weren't going to make it at home in time. And between where we were and home, you don't really get a cell signal because we live rural. So pulled over into a Kroger grocery parking lot and hopped on the Zoom. And everyone on this call is laid off effective immediately. Yeah, so that was that. Laid off on my birthday. Now you're caught up. Today is the following Monday. I can't apply for unemployment benefits yet, and I can't make an account because a few years ago, at the start of this whole situation we've lived through the past few years, someone used my identity to try to claim unemployment, and my employer was like, hey, why are you claiming unemployment? And I'm like, I'm not. And they're like, okay, fill out all this paperwork and do these things. And I'm like, cool, I did that. Well, I didn't think, oh, maybe they made an online account. So I have to go get that reset today. I have to do that in person because I have to show ID and they have to verify who I am. I get that. But it's kind of annoying because it's 40 minutes away. So, there goes 2 hours at least probably. So I'm going to take care of that today. I've started looking at jobs. I applied to one Saturday that I qualify for. It's pretty analogous to what I was doing, just different industry. But I've noticed a lot of these job postings want skills that I don't actually have. I have most of the qualifications, but not all. I was kind of doing a data analyst function, but I was also doing a bunch of other stuff. And we had a data analyst and we had a data scientist. Actually, two data scientists, but one switched over to machine learning. So I didn't have to necessarily do data analysis stuff. So I don't really have SQL or R skills. I was in a college class for SQL, and after 2 weeks, I'm like, this is not for me, and I dropped the class. So I've gone on Udemy or whatever and got 100 days of Python course from some big name boot camp in the United Kingdom. I really don't want to learn Python, but it's pretty handy, I guess, because you can do all kinds of automated stuff with it and whatever. It's just I hate programming. I don't mind SQL. SQL's kind of more to me. What you see is what you get. It's closer to English, I would say, than Python. So I'm gonna start doing that. But how well is that gonna help me in a job search? Because I have 8 weeks of severance, and it's a 100-day program. Even if I double up, how good am I going to be in 4 weeks or 3 weeks or for, a job posting? But I'm going to start doing it. I don't want to, but hey, sometimes you have to do things you don't want to. And I'm sure once I get into it, it'll be the same as SQL. I hated SQL at first. I just hated it. But after I played with it for a week or two and could understand what I could do and kind of how to do it, then at least I could navigate search engines and stuff. Plus, ChatGPT wasn't a thing when I learned SQL. If it had been, I think I'd been a lot better off because when I hit the wall and couldn't figure out a problem for hours instead of searching Stack Overflow and Reddit and other Google queries, and I could have just been hey, why isn't this working? Could you help me solve this, ChatGPT? And just since like GPT 3.5 and 4 have come out, it like really upgraded my SQL, because I could write 98% of a query and then put it in there and be like, I want it to do this, or it's not working. Can you tell me why? And sometimes after 2 or 3 queries, it would tell me. Sometimes 1, sometimes like 7, 8, 9, 10 queries. It would get me there. But then it lets me know, oh, I can use that function. So I'm hoping the same will be with Python. I'll give it a go for like a week or two before I start leaning on GPT. Unless something's just constantly breaking and I can't figure it out. And then I'll just throw it in and be like, hey, can you fix this? So hopefully it's not so bad. But yeah, I'm doing the unemployment account reset today. I'm starting Python. I have a final next week that I really want to focus on because it's 30% of the grade for an American Heritage class. And I've got like a 98% in there now, but technically that's a D- because of the what hasn't been graded yet and because of the final. So I'm going to focus on that this week. And then next week I'll take that final and then I'll really start like just scouring the internet for jobs and applying. Yeah, my LinkedIn's going to be in a sticky comment down below. I'm doing pretty good this morning so far. I had an hour or two last night where I was kind of like down in the dumps again. I'm sure that'll happen again today. But yeah, navigating unemployment. Something I didn't think I'd have to do. Today I'm also going to stop at the nursery on the way home. I need to get some compost to top off the raised beds from settling because I filled them with, wood chips mulch. And that settles down, plus the soil settles down. Because we need to get our seeds going. Fortunately, we had all of our seeds. We did pick up some more pea seeds yesterday, but that was $5, and it'll, our early Alaskan peas, that'll give us a ridiculous amount of pea plants. We like the early Alaskan peas in our salads. So yeah, that'll definitely, 1 or 2 plants will recover that $5. So, and we'll have dozens. We have some that we harvested from last year's crop, but just in case they aren't the best germination, we got some new ones. So yeah, that's my plan today. I'm also going to do a little yard work. We've had a lot of high winds lately, and we have about a dozen mature pines, 75-ish foot pines on our property, so we've got a lot of branches down, and I need to clean all that up because all the rain and slightly unseasonable warm weather has made the grass grow, and I need to cut the grass probably in the next week or 2, so I got to get that stuff cleaned up. That's going to take a few hours. But that's my plan for today, and yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for coming by.